Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising is a very grounded, footsie-oriented like game, somewhat similar to Street Fighter 6. We got a little less than under 24 hours for Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising Early Access, and I want to help people that ain't probably never played this game before get a little to the game faster than other people back when the OG came out. If you want a game that can evolve from slow, methodical, neutral to very crazy ass plays, this is gonna be the game for you. But I'm here to give y'all 10 tips to improve really fast in Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising. I'm not a pro Granblue Fantasy vs. player. I've been playing fighting games for all my life, and I have a thing or two that I know from playing the previous game that can help even newcomers for this video. On this channel, we here to improve together and also show you off the cool stuff. So let's get into it. Alright, number one, this might be stop jumping so freaking much. If you played a game like this, you know you jumping in a lot, you can get anti-aired. You're probably losing a lot of situations because you're getting anti-aired or you're getting hold on land. Stop jumping 24/7. It's not going to do you that much good. I guess this is another tip that I'm going to throw in there with this one as well. So I'm giving y'all more than I told y'all in the video title, man. In a lot of scenarios, you don't even need to jump. Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising has a dodge and a dash button. This button can use to be able to avoid projectiles, a lot of moves, even the Phrasing Strike and Brave Frontier. Sometimes it's better to learn how to use that mechanic, which I'm still working on getting better at by the end of the day. I know the game is slower, but you don't need to run 24/7. Stop running all the time. 9 out of 10, running this game can hurt you simply because people are whiff punishing you or just throwing out some type of normal to just stop you again. I know I've seen a lot of people that didn't know this was happening to them, but with Catalina, I'm just throwing out 5 heavy and they getting hit and smacked for it, or doing 2 medium and poking them out because they're trying to run in at me 24/7. Walk a lot. Take some time, get in, figure out when to do that on your own terms. The block button is broken in this game. I'm gonna just go straight to it. Block buttons can help you defend a lot of cross-ups and be good on defense overall. I definitely think you should learn how to implement the block button. Do you need to implement it? I mean, if you want to be that guy, no, but I'm going to be honest with you. The block button is the best block. Now, this is something that I personally didn't like about the OG Granblue Fantasy Versus, but then I started embracing them. I said, yo, cooldowns are okay. In most traditional fighting games, you get to throw out a move as long as it has its frames out of the way. Essentially, if I were to keep throwing Hadokens and Hadokens over and over again, you still gonna cook with Hadokens over and over again. Cooldowns in this game are beautiful for the game because it adds another layer of strategic way to play the game. Get used at throwing moves and then looking at the cooldown at the top of the screen. That is the biggest step I could tell you for learning how to get better at this game. Learning what has what cooldown, how long does it last, how long does it go away. You need to learn how to differentiate between those two. That's going to be a very important thing, learning how to read the screen at all times. Damn, I'm giving y'all more than 10. What am I doing? This free content, baby. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button too. This is a big tip that I learned recently from watching this game and watching people like Diaphone and other players play this. I think sometimes when in doubt, just throw them out. Throwing in this game has been very, very useful a lot of scenarios, and when you don't know what to do, I think the best thing to do is throw people out. Be careful or just running and trying to grab people, because what I tell you earlier, you're gonna probably get whiff punished in the process of doing those things. I also think throwing is pretty good to get some pretty damage off, instead of just trying to always optimize the combos and scenarios where you might run out of resources. It's just better to throw in a lot of situations. I know this is the new feature of Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising, but calm down on the YOLO ultimate skills. No obvious ultimate skills. I've seen so many people, new players, just spamming ultimate skills out the wazoo, and they just losing a lot of meter forward. If you do land the ultimate skill, you do gain 25% meter back on activation if you land the attack. But if it don't work out like that, you're using your meter, and meter is a very important thing, especially for helping closing out rounds and getting the damage off in those huge combos. This is one I've seen so much already. Shout out to my homie Not Very Good. She's learning fighting games for the right time, and she's gonna learn. But I've noticed people, and I gotta call out because she the homie, you know, but using that one bravery point, that is very bad. Do not use bravery points YOLO. You will get in some situations to where like you are defenseless because you do not have any bravery points. You can completely dodge, you know, Brave Counter and Brave Frontier, Raising Strike and stuff like that. But you need those bravery points. One thing I typically see people do is when they're in just pressure and they don't know what to do, they just spin the bravery point just to get them off of them. In a lot of scenarios, no. Just take the interaction. There's like 3 to 4 moves of interaction unless the player knows how to keep the mix going, keeping the pressure on. Then I can say, alright, use the brave point like that. But I do not recommend, after you seeing somebody walk up hitting your guard 2 to 3 times, then you use a bravery point. That's just going to let you get cooked in the long run. Don't do that. Don't. Now we get into the nitty gritty of the stuff that a lot of people may think about. Remember how I told you about jumping too much? This is at the point where like, well dang, you taught us how to not get hit and lit that way. What did you do? You should learn what your anti-air buttons are. Most characters that I play so far, the anti-air button for the big counter hit is 2H. Some characters have 5M, some characters have different buttons that can use it. But I think 9 times out of 10, more than likely, most characters' anti-air buttons on jump-ins are from the heavy button or some form of medium. Which is why walking and watching your opponent movements is good, because you can walk and then counteract their jump-in with the anti-air. Lastly, I want to say you should understand what your ultimate skills do. Some of them are very big in certain scenarios. Some of them work as combo enders. Like some of the DPs are pretty good at the end of combos, if anything, because at that point you just can't do anything with the combo. So that's one thing I would say. Catalina's DP is pretty good for the end of combos if you're going to use it in that way, shape, or form. I'm personally a big fan of Catalina's the big sword stab. That's what I call it, the big old baby. I love that because it just interrupts everything they do in the neutral, and they have to either respect it, block it, or completely wait till I get done using it. Now personally right now, the game is just coming out. You don't need to optimize combos, which that sounds weird, but there's a lot of combos in the trials that may be really good. Honestly, learning probably like 1 of the 2 to 3 trial combos, ones that give you like mid-screen, one in the corner, and one that uses like Brave Counter and Raising Strike to combo into it, that could be... That could be some pretty good damage there. This is another tip. I think I gave y'all like 15 at this point of this video. I'm tweaking right now. I could have kept these for other videos. You know what I'm saying? Went deeper. If y'all would like to do that, hit the like and subscribe button, comment down below. I could go into more detail with like scripts and stuff like that for y'all. So let your boy know. Alright, I have a couple friends that's been playing this game and like, bro, why can't I get my DP input out? And they're doing the actual DP input. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just do the 1 button DP, bro. Just hit forward in the button. Don't put yourself through that. Alright. There's no restraint or weakness against using the simple inputs or using the normal inputs. And 9 times out of 10, I would rather you get a higher success rate doing a button. I would rather you get a higher success rate doing a 1 button special move than try to do the DP when you need to do it. Just do the 1 button one. Make yourself easy. Make your life easy for you, man. That being said, it's your boy Avataryaya. If you guys enjoyed today's video on 10 tips to help you improve fast and get better for beginners and newcomers and just players all alike for Granblue Fantasy vs. Rising, make sure y'all subscribe up to your boy. We're on the road to 25K. Let's hit that before like March or something. If a miracle happens, let's hit it before Tekken 8, bruh. Let's get up out here. It's your boy Avataryaya. I'm out. Peace. Squalor.
Alright, who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.